Hello folks, and welcome to, this must be the third episode of Dwarf Fortress. Welcome to CraftRiddle. What I've done, folks, is I let the dwarves work for 10 minutes without recording them, without doing anything else. Because, one, episode 2, I was getting a little frustrated how slow they're going. But really, to be honest, I was overloading them with work. You know, when you give them 200 jobs to do, and then you get frustrated when they're still on job number 10. And then you want them to speed up things, so you start interfering with the work order of the workshops. That could actually cause them problems. After a few years, that kind of behavior, a few years in game, that kind of behavior means that they'll end up with a huge workload of like 2 or 3 pages worth of jobs to do. And you're still adding stuff on. For every job they quit or finish, you add 2 or 3 others out of frustration for them to work harder. That's going to slow them down. So I let them just do nothing. I did nothing. I didn't record anything. I just let them work for 10 minutes real time. And they got a lot of stuff done on their own. Jobs got canceled. That was fine. That just meant they went to the other job and finished it. And then I could always go back and tell them, look, finish this job now that you finished everything else. See, they're canceling stuff because things are being blocked. That's okay. They'll move on to the next job. They'll finish it. And then I'll tell them, hey, go back to that other job and finish that, please. Okay, because you've already cleaned the area up. They want more plants because I told them to drink stuff. I'm going to leave them alone for now. But I will order them maybe to collect some more plants. I won't make it a first priority. I won't overload everything else. But I will ask them to collect, not chop down trees. And I won't make it a first priority, but I will make it a third. Now let's see. I think I've already cleared out this area of plants. So let's just go over here, nearby, and collect a small area. Not too many. There. There. That's some plants for them to collect. And it's not a high priority, but once they do collect it, they'll be able to go back to making drinks. Now you can see they are getting the walls done. Some of those have been canceled. They haven't done the trade depot yet, but I think one of them needs to skill. Let me go over to the trade depot. Stockpile, yeah. They need somebody who knows how to do architecture, and I'm not sure that has been activated, though there does seem to be somebody working on it right now. No, they're just collecting logs. But I think that means I need to activate that skill in somebody. So let me look. Let's look at the users. Now we have the stone guy. It would be an obvious choice? Not really. Tree killers are doing stuff. Booze hounds making cheese. Constructing a building. They're all doing something, but I think Gopher, the guy who has all the social skills, would probably be the best one to do organizer, record keeper. Let's see how much he already does. And let's see if we can add it to it. So he does healthcare. Engineering, hauling, other jobs. Architecture, cleaning, labor. Okay, let's do architecture. And he'll probably be the next person to do that job. Now, also, let's look at the floors and the walls they're not building and see what's the problem here. So it got suspended, probably because something was in the way. But now because they built everything around it, the log that used to be there has probably been used for construction. So it's no longer blocking. So that person's already working on that because the object that used to block it's no longer there. Once again, the object that was blocking it is no longer there. So by letting them get along, yep, see, it's no longer being blocked. It's no longer being blocked. So by letting them get along, deciding to cancel certain jobs and go on with the other jobs, they've completed certain items. Yep, there they go. So what used to be blocked is now clear because that item that was blocking it got moved someplace else. So now I can order the rest of the construction. Oh yes, that's nice. Okay, so yeah, we could start building the rest of the walls. We got a floor over here where we could start making a building, put some more floor in here. A wall here, some floor in here. We have a door someplace, we have beds. We could start making a mass bedroom, a manager's office, start getting other things done, and actually also make an entrance. I plan to make this based on, let me pause it for a while here. I plan to make this based on construction of some cabins on the frontier. I'm originally from Michigan, which used to be the West before it became the Midwest. And from what I understood, some of the poorer folks who lived in the wilderness made log cabins without doors or windows. Literally, there's an earth tunnel. You had to go under one of the walls to get into the building. Which sounds kind of, to be honest, a little dirty, but because you get dirt on you, obviously, and maybe hard to drag things in. But if you're attacking a log cabin, you realize you have to kind of go through a tunnel to get into it. You're less likely to go in there because on the other side, they're going to kill you when you try to get into the cabin coming out of the tunnel. I mean, literally, that's a dangerous position to be in because they're going to be right on top of you, and they could axe you or shoot you or hit you with a chair. I mean, they literally could do anything they want. So I plan to make a tunnel now. In game terms, this will not make it any more defensible than before. And I'll still have to put a little drawbridge in the tunnel to close it off to invaders. But to me, it just seems kind of cool. Yeah, just one of those little things. This is a stockade, a frontier fort. Just one of those little things. I just have to find where I want to put the tunnel so it doesn't interfere with, 1, the root system of trees, 2, floods, or 3, I've already have tunnels under the stockade. I don't want them interfering with a new tunnel. So let us look underground. See, because there are tunnels under here already. So I'm going to have to put a tunnel someplace where it doesn't interfere with the original tunnels and doesn't get into the root system. And they made the trade depot when I wasn't looking. Okay, first of all, let's build up. Before I decide where all this stuff is, let's put the rest of the walls. Okay, yeah. Oop. And ironically, the mouse is getting in my way here. Oh, okay. I just want one wall piece right there. And where are you going? Yes. Different. No, that's too long. All right. And that should be easy, guys. There's nothing blocking it. We'll keep that entrance there. We have 2 entrances, but now I can figure out where I want the wall, the tunnel to go. I think right under there. Right around here, near the actual trade depot right here. So I'll let them do what they need to do to make the walls. And I'll start. I'm going to probably need more trees, except they have plenty of logs all over the place. So yeah, they're already picking up and starting to do that. So let's see. We supposedly have plenty of drink and food, but I don't know. That's all question marks. I noticed the kitchen we actually started getting like red spinach leaves to cook and barley to brew and other things they've been finding out there on their own. So, barley seeds? Does that mean we can actually start making above ground crops? Let's focus on below ground first before we do anything else. But it does mean we have a lot of more to drink, a variety of drinks, which is good. Dwarves like variety. And I've been having to make some cheese, which they've been cooking up. So everything's doing well so far. We need a broker. We need a lot of people right now. We don't have any nobles. We have an expedition leader. That's it. We could have a military commander, but we don't have a barracks. We could have a sheriff, but we don't have a jail yet. A hammerer. I don't like a hammerer. He's an executioner. Manager. He will manage jobs. Jobs. Like when I start, instead of going to each workshop and telling him to do this, I'll go to him and say, I need this and this and this, and he will manage that. Chief medical dwarf, we don't have a hospital. Broker, we do have a trade depot now. Bookkeeper, so the manager, bookkeeper, and broker will probably be Gopher. Single male, number 7. Nesh whatever his name is. Let's actually see what that actually means. Could I find out what that means? No, that's not what I wanted. Yes. So let's figure out what that name actually is. Trade genius. So Nishkash, can I just say it like it's a C? Means trade genius. Huh. That's actually not a bad idea, considering he's going to be the manager, bookkeeper, and broker. He's annoyed because he's been accosted by hamsters. I didn't even know we had hamsters in this area. He was annoyed because he was caught in the rain, yeah. He got drunk. He annoyed having to use a drink, though, without a goblet, a cup, or a mug, because we don't have glass, wood, or mug, or stone mugs. He felt satisfied at his work, because that's all he's been doing. He's been annoyed after sleeping in the grass, because, once again, we have no beds. He's annoyed at the lack of chairs, so he's been drinking out of barrels. He's a worshiper. We don't even have a temple yet. So it is becoming probably a little bit kind of annoying for him. But let's see what else is going on. Yeah. A lot of unfocused, lack of decent meals, unable to fight, lack of troublemaking, abstract thinking. We don't have a library or a museum. He can't admire art. He's unable to practice a craft because all he's been doing has probably been building stuff. He's level-headed. He's been drinking. That's all he's been doing, drinking. He hasn't been able to pray. He hasn't been able to take it easy. He hasn't been able to focus a skill. He's very unhappy about this. But these guys are tough. And they'll be able to last. He detests hamsters, and there's hamsters. We're in a wilderness. There's hamsters running around. They're tough, and they should be able to last until I can get them some beds and a dining room and stuff like that. And I can make an interfaith chapel someplace for the first temple. And once they start making mugs and other things, I can get the manager to start getting... Once I get a manager. So once they start doing things... once they get the walls done, and then I can start doing those buildings. As a matter of fact, let me start suggesting they start making some more floors here. It doesn't have to be a big area. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to picture what it's going to look like. So, yeah. So what I plan to do is I plan to make this area is going to have beds in it. All it's going to do is have beds in it. It's going to be a wall here, wall here, wall here, a door here, acting like a double entrance. Because there'll be a wall here, wall here. This will be a mass bed area. It's not going to be a dormitory. It's going to be bedrooms who overlap each other. It's a little trick some guys use, some players use, to make the dwarves think they have bigger bedrooms than they do, of higher quality. But also, we have vampires and werewolves and other creatures in this universe, and vampires love private bedrooms because they could go into a private bedroom and suck somebody's blood out and nobody will notice. In a dormitory, or in this case, like I said, a shared bedroom area, somebody's going to notice. So we'll put the door here, a wall here, so the door will act like an entrance to both this area and this area, because I know we have one door and we have a chair and a table. So we could make this into a manager's office. Then we're going to put a stairway here in the corners. Yes. And we'll start working on the second level. We'll find a area to enter, and I think this will be right here. So then we could block that off, and they'll have to go through the tunnel. Blocking, yes, I know. There's a lot of tree logs blocking that area. But once you start building the areas, once you start picking up the logs and using them to build stuff, then they won't be blocked anymore. Yeah. Smart. Yeah. They've already got the beds down. So they've suspended a lot of this area over here because logs were blocking. But the logs are now gone. So I could tell them to get back to that. Now I know where the walls are. I could start now thinking about my little entrance tunnel. So I'm going to go under here, and I'm thinking it's going to be around here. So what I want, okay, ramp. So this is going to be an up ramp. Let's compare it to up here first before I do anything else. Okay. So that's where the, all right. And just regular digging. Okay. And that's where that's going to be. So I just made it now. So there will be a tunnel under the wall. And I'm going to have to build a drawbridge, obviously, under the tunnel. In the tunnel itself. But once that's finished, and it's facing the water, so hopefully kind of defensive position. In theory, that should help keep things from coming in that tunnel I don't want. In real life, no, that's not how that works. But so he's making now the other side, okay. Alright, so they've got almost all the wall done. So he's made that tunnel, so there's no reason to have these walls here. So I'm going to block these off. And start the construction of the inside of the fortress, or stockade, or whatever I want. Okay, up and down stairs. We're going to have that in the corners. Up and down stairs. Up and down stairs. Up and down stairs. And that might get in the way of the wall, but up and down stairs. Alright. Now, what else do I want? Well, I want to start building a wall. Whoops. Not a chair. Wall. Yep. Okay, so it's going to be placed here. Oh, it's blocking something? Something's blocking? Oh, the stock. Yeah. This is what's blocking it. The wood pile. Okay. Do I need to take it down here? You know what? I'm going to switch some of these. I'm going to make another wood pile down here. Okay, I'm going to make an underground wood pile, which does seem a little weird, but because it'd be best. Oh no, I want that high priority because you need to dig it out now. It does seem a little weird to do this. How about 2 entrances? But I do want to start working on this, so let me still, while they're still doing that, I'll work on the wood pile here. I'll work on the walls of the building. Floor there. Wall there. Shift enter. Okay, another wall here. Actually, sorry. I think the floor goes there because that's where the door is going to go. Dwarves and other creatures can actually go through diagonal spaces. So this wall here actually is still opened here. When you're making walls, that works both vertically or horizontally, which means if you have a building and you don't make sure to put a floor on top of the wall, if a creature gets on top of a building, it could still squeeze between the roof and the wall. So if this was like a building here, and you only had flooring here, and you forgot to leave a flooring on top of the wall, they could still go like this. So it is something a lot of players do not realize, and it lets guys invade your fortresses even. Okay, so that I could do that much. Okay, until they move the stockade, I can't do anything else. Yeah, okay, that's okay. And why isn't that being worked on? Okay. Alright, okay, that's okay, Cookie. Blue's Hand and Cookie could both prepare that, but they're not doing it. And there is bugs and everything in our food place. Flies. Yeah. Okay, I want the chickens, though, to start. I want a few things to start. So, I want wooden nest boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get more animals, more chickens, we'll get more boxes. Does anybody make a... Yeah, you can see it from the top. It's already starting to work. I don't like that tree so close to the... Yeah. So, now we have a... you can see we have a stairway. So, what we need to do... Whoops. Nope. Whoops. Nope. There we go. Is build another up and down staircase on that. Do we have one over here? Yep. The only place I haven't done it is the upper left-hand area. And there's a tree getting in the way. Oh, I can. Did they already finish? They did. And there's a tree, another tree that needs to be cut down. Because it's touching the wall. Now, I should be able to. I don't have a door yet. I thought we had a door. A door. Okay. And I want that prioritized. Thank you. Now, what we need is, yeah, they need to still finish that space downstairs. Once he's finished that, I can remove that work area. And I can actually start already building up here if I want to. So, there you go. No, capital C. All right. No floor accessible, yes. But there's a stairway right there, so it is accessible. So we're going to make a walkway, which would also be part of the roof. No, I don't want a wall, though we will be making walls up here sooner or later. And accessibility, well, they actually have accessibility because of the wall. And we're going to want this all the way around, but right now we want them to work on that first, because we want to start putting a roof on this. Whoops. Pushing all the wrong buttons. Sorry, folks. So, and we'll do that. Let's see, I need to keep an eye on my food. So far it says we have food, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so we're gonna need, oh, he's using those stairs? What's he doing? Oh, he's making those stairs. Alright. But once that last wall's in place, say they don't want to do it because people keep on using it. I'm betting there's, yeah, because creatures are blocking, which means dwarves are blocking the entrance to that. So once they block that, they'll end up having to use the tunnel down there. So, no, there's nothing to catch in the central swamps. Well, that's okay. You still have rivers and ponds and something called an ocean. So, yeah, see, somebody keeps on walking through the entrance, the little hole in the wall. So they're like, oh, but we don't want that. Okay, he's almost finished with that. They haven't destroyed this. Oh, they're running out of seeds for pump helmets. Okay, well, they could go that way then. See, the problem is I don't think they've been cooking anything. So if out, let's see, kitchen, you know, it's still cooking. The still though, yeah, they might need some more barrels. Cooking and producing of booze require barrels. So I'm going to help them along. I don't think they've been screaming about it lately, but I'm just going to help them along there. Guys, you need to close off that. It kind of defeats the purpose of having walls. Alright. Okay. They've made that. This is going to be wood. And I'm going to clear out the one on top. Okay, let's pause. And then this one's going to be erased. I need to do stockpile. Remove. There you go. It's been removed. So now I can build capital C wall. Now I could build a wall here, and the logs are right next door to me. So, and can I? Did they finish the door? They might not have finished the door. Did we have a door? Need a door. All right. But did they finish upstairs? Nope, but they're working on it. They're working on it. So, I'll get back to you guys when maybe we have a roof over our heads. All right?